Let's welcome Council Member Reverend Cynthia James.
Good morning. I missed you. I'm so happy to be back here and to be a part of this council and to just witness the love and the creativity in this place. David Alt is my friend, my brother, and I was grateful when he invited me here. And David Aurelio, I do whatever he tells me to do. So he told me to remind you that I won't be speaking in October here, but this community is collaborating with the Circle of Love, which is a 4-day retreat, and I'll be the facilitator at that retreat, and you're invited. And in November, I will be back here, and I will be doing a workshop, Thriving Through the Holidays. How many of you think you're enlightened till you go home? You might want to come to my workshop. So today the topic is loving kindness. You know, Ernest Holmes says love is the essence of who we are, right? And kindness is the sharing of that love with respect and honor to others and to ourselves. The thing about loving kindness, though, is like it's easy when we're in bliss. It's easy when we feel successful. It's easy when everything's going the way we want it. It's not so easy when it looks like there's something opposing us or there's something out there that's not working the way we think. I mean, look at what's going on in the world. There could be moments of judgment. So the thing about loving kindness is that it's a practice. Lao Tzu says, loving kindness, when shared in words, creates confidence. Loving kindness, when shared in thinking, creates profundity. And loving kindness, when it's shared with giving, creates love. I want to read a quote to you. It's from Amit Ray. It says, "We are all so deeply connected, we have no option but to love all. Be kind and do good for anyone, and that will be reflected. The ripples of the kind heart are the highest blessings of the universe." So in 1999, I got married. We're having our 19th anniversary this month. And, oh, thank you. It's a miracle, really. It's really good. So we're invited. My husband is a world-class photographer, and we're invited to India to be with the Dalai Lama for the first synthesis dialogues with the Association for Global New Thought. And so we thought, honeymoon with the Dalai Lama sounds good, right? Now, here's the thing, though. He's a photographer, and then there were all of these luminaries in science and spirituality and religion that were invited there. And their job was to come up, brainstorm, and do a think tank on creating more peace and more love in the world. Those of us that weren't luminaries, we got to be in this silent circle. We got to be silent witnesses. So we were in prayer and meditation throughout the entire week with the Dalai Lama in the room, with Jean Houston, all these people, right? That was the good news. The interesting news was that some of the luminaries didn't know how to collaborate. You can imagine, right? They're used to being leaders. They're used to being the voice in the room. They're used to being the authority. So when it was supposed to be collaboration, it got interesting. And as we're witnessing, you know, it was a little easy to go into judgment. Really? Don't they know why they're here? But since since you can't talk, nobody could really hear what you were thinking. So this goes on all week, and then the Dalai Lama would come in the room, and it would be blissful, and he would be present, and he's like the epitome of presence. If he feels something, you see it. If he sees something, you see it, because he responds in the moment. And I was acutely aware of that. Now, this was what was interesting. They brought in a Rinpoche. And, the AG&T people were trying to figure out what to do to manage all this energy that had gone askew. And here comes the Rinpoche, who does nothing but walk up on the stage and stand there with prayer beads. And he doesn't say, close your eyes and go within. He just starts speaking. And within moments, the entire room dropped into the heart. Dropped into this place of consciousness. And it was profound. The next thing I know, he's bringing us out, and I don't know how long we've been gone. I don't know what he said. I just know that the energy in the room has transformed. Because he brought loving kindness. He didn't judge us. He wasn't trying to fix us. He wasn't trying to tell us what to do. He just brought the love. And I remember thinking, I want that. I want to walk into spaces and bring that kind of love. I want to walk into spaces where I'm so connected to the oneness and the wholeness that it's tangible. Tara Brock says, clearly recognizing what is happening inside us and regarding what we see with an open, kind, and loving heart is what I call radical acceptance. If we are holding back from any part of our experience, if our heart shuts out any part of who we are and what we feel, we are fueling the fears and feelings of separation that sustain the trance of unworthiness. Radical acceptance directly dismantles the very foundations of the trance. Because what I saw with some of the luminaries, what they thought they had arrived. They thought they got that, right? And we sit and judge, those of us who are on the spiritual path, we sit in judgment of people that we think are fundamentalists. Except some of us are. I'll let that sink. Right? It's like those people don't get it. Those people think we ought to do this, except we're the people going those people. So the moment we step into that place, the moment we go there, we are in a place of separation and disconnect. What's important about that is you cannot deliver loving kindness from dysfunction and disconnect. And I know that that is not easy. Even in the mundane things in life. So I went to the eye doctor a few weeks ago, and he was telling me that I needed to get a cataract removed. And he said, and it's really simple. It's only 6 minutes, I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, and you'll be able to see better. And they take out a lens, and they put in a lens, and it's like really great. I was like, oh, okay. So I go see this doctor, and I have been praying for a long time that my life experiences reflect consciousness. That I want to walk into places and be with people that reflect where I'm living. So I go into this doctor's office. Everybody there's loving. The whole staff and the reception everywhere. There's paintings all over the wall that are harmonious. And I find out that the doctor and his family have done these paintings. There's beautiful music. You go into the room and the person attending to you before the doctor comes is just present with you and asking questions, and not just like stuff to put on the form, but like being present with you, right? Then here comes the doctor who's just amazing and wonderful and spends time with you and tells you all the options and what you can do. And so I go, okay, this is good. I'm going to get this lens, right? And so come the day of the cataract surgery, I walk into the room. It is a sea of white-haired people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm one of these people. I couldn't believe it, right? So I tried to calm myself down because I didn't want judgment to be there as I go into the operating room. And just because you wear a wig does not mean you don't have gray hair. I'm just saying. So, they take me in, they do all this stuff now, and they keep putting drops in your eyes, and I'm thinking, when's the drug gonna come? Right? And as they're wheeling me into the room, I said, well, when do I go to sleep? They go, no, you stay awake. I said, while they're poking around in my eye? He said, yes. I was like, whoa, okay. So they keep putting drugs here, and so here come the people and taking care of me, and there's this rap music in the room. And so I said, judgment, get thee behind me. I am one with all. So the two nurses in the room say, you know, Aretha Franklin died today. Do you like Aretha Franklin music? I said, I do like Aretha Franklin music. They said, we're going to change the channel. The doctor likes Mace, right? The rap artist, right? So I go, great. So here comes the doctor, and he goes, hey, how you doing? You know, are you all ready? I said, yeah. And he said, what happened to Mace? So the nurses said, oh, she likes Aretha Franklin. He said, okay, we want to give her what she likes, right? So he's doing his thing. He goes, and it's only going to take 6 minutes. I was like, okay. But the computer talks to you while they're taking out the cataract. Move da. Clip now. I'm like, clip now? Okay, so I just want you to know, what I have to say about this is that the whole entire time of me getting ready for this, I was really clear, you know, God's my source. God is my health. God is my vitality. All of that, right? And I'm laying on the table, and all of a sudden, this fear jumps into the room massively. And I'm like, no. You are not supposed to be scared now while they're fooling around with your eye. So I push it away, and I go, I am one. God is love. I am taken care of, right? And the fear said, I don't think so, and jumps right back in. I was like, oh, no. And in that moment, a still small voice says, God holds the polarities. You are more than this. Surrender to what is and allow me to take care of you. And there was this little feeling like discomfort. And the doctor said, are you okay? And I said, I'm a little uncomfortable. And he said, 90 more seconds. I'm thinking I can do anything for 90 more seconds, right? So as he's doing that, and as I'm starting to get calmer, Aretha comes on. He makes me feel like a natural woman. Hey. The thing about it is, you know, that's humorous, and that was a one life thing. But what I realized as I walked out, and I got to tell you all, this whole thing about taking out one lens and putting another lens, I can see. It's just great. Except this morning I forgot my glasses because this eye knew I could see and this one wasn't thinking so. But what I realized is that I had to embrace all of that. I had to be with the fact that my knowing knew that I was taken care of. And at the same moment, fear was in the place. I got to choose what I surrendered to. I got to choose. And I want you to know that that is the truth for you. You know, separation exists on the planet. The ego dances with it. And the thing is that to be awake and to be aware and to be present like the Dalai Lama, what that really means is that you are in this moment, whatever is happening. Whatever you are feeling, whatever you are looking at, whoever is in your face, you get to say, I choose. I choose what I want to think, how I want to feel, how I want to respond instead of react. I get to choose. And what I want you to know is that when you are conscious, it does not mean you cease to experience what happens in this world. I mean, we're looking at stuff everywhere in families. What's happening with children on the planet? What's happening in politics? And we can go down the rabbit hole. We can go down there and wallow in it, but then that just feeds the challenge, not the solution. Not the transformation, not the transcendence. You have to learn a new way of being, right? You have to hold on to your life in such a profound way that you know undeniably, beyond any circumstance, God is. Buddha says, like a caring mother, holding and guarding the life of her only child, so with a boundless heart of loving kindness, hold yourself and all beings as your beloved children. So I had this friend that I loved, honored, supported. I mean, it felt like sisters. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm a truth teller, and I'm not going to hide from things that are not working. And so in a conversation, I shared with her something that I was challenged with and asked her to work through it with me, and she chose not to. Now, in the midst of it, she also was drinking and challenged with giving drinking up. And my father was an alcoholic. And so when the stuff started to go down, that the relationship was kind of dissolving, I said, oh, I'm really dealing with, alcoholism and, stuff with my dad, and I was praying and stuff. And as time has gone on, the relationship has deteriorated more to the point that there have been kind of public things that she has said and done about me. And I've prayed, I've meditated, I've journaled to her soul, I've I've been kind and loving with her in public because we're in some of the same circles, and then something would come back. And so recently, she's in a position of authority in a place, and they were considering me to be a speaker and a presenter. And I got a very nice letter that said, thank you, but no thank you. Now, the interesting thing is, I knew it was coming. I felt it. My intuition knew it. And I even told my prayer partner, I think this is going to happen. And my prayer partner said, oh, no. She's a spiritual person. She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't stop your flow. I'm like, I think she would. So the letter comes, and and the reason I'm telling you this is because this is what we can do on spiritual paths. I was upset. I couldn't sleep. I'm journaling. I'm doing all this stuff. Basically, what I'm doing is trying to push it down. I'm trying to push it away. I'm trying to pray it away so that I feel better. And my mother has been gone from this planet for 7 years. In a 2-day period of time, my mother came in a dream. I mean, crazy dreams. That made no sense whatsoever, right? First one, she's driving a horse buggy, and I'm sitting on the back, and this animal's trying to get my feet, and I'm trying to get her to go fast, and she's asleep. Second one, she comes, and she's made me all these new clothes. Out of silk and suede and all this stuff. And then she brings me this other suit that, is a cool looking design, but totally not my colors. And so I'm like, why is she showing up in these dreams, right? And so I at 4 o'clock in the morning, I cannot sleep. And I want to tell you, when you get those 4 o'clock nudgings and wake up, get up, because something's trying to tell you something. So I go into our sunroom and I'm meditating, and the voice says, how many women in your life have unresolved issues with their mother? You are one of them. Wow. The person I just told you about has major unresolved issues with her mother. And the voice said, where is your compassion? Where is your understanding? You must practice what you preach. You must let this person go from your judgment and fear and doubt and physician heal thyself. What I want you to know is that any person, any experience, any job, any newscast, any tweet is really saying, where are you? Where are you living? Where are you standing? What do you really want? How do you really want to show up on this planet? And so when I opened my eyes, I was like, okay, I have to stop pretending that I'm feeling this. So my husband is like my best friend, and I said, okay, I really hate that I want to say this, but I got to talk about this because I got to bring it into the light to transform it. How many of you think you can handle it all alone? Everybody in here should be raising their hand, I'm just saying. Right? Because we think we can think it through. We think we can pray it through. Oh, and we might talk to a practitioner and then we go back and try to do it the old way. What I'm saying to you is that loving kindness is not a concept. It is a practice. It is a moment by moment by moment practice. Dalai Lama said that he normally meditates, couple hours a day. Till he's in his stuff, it doubles it. A lot of us do not do that. We're in bliss and we show up here and we go to classes and we do whatever we do until crisis hits. And then we forget to come. And then we forget to pray. And then we forget to reach out. And then we forget to tap in and call forth the support that we need because we don't know how to ask. We don't want to be in shame. We don't want to be blamed or judged. And so we hide. That hiding is a negative energy that has physical impact. We are watching medical things rise in this country at huge rates because people are not awake. They are not conscious. They are not taking care of their body temples and their minds and their hearts. And understanding that we need each other. We need each other. It is not enough to come in here on Sunday, fill up your tank, and then think you're going to be okay for 7 days. Your spiritual practice is essential. Your connecting and asking to be shown and then listening and being obedient is the thing. So what I'm going to ask you to do right this moment is I'm going to ask you to practice with me. Because, I love to talk, in case you didn't notice. But, I'm not the exception. We all have the wisdom, the knowledge, the grace, the light, and the love of pure spirit. The opportunity is to tap into it. So I'm going to ask you to uncross your legs, uncross your arms, sit with your back straight in your seat. And I'm going to ask you in this moment to become aware that that seat is supporting you without 1 ounce of effort. And just lean into it. I'm going to start by reading you something from Sonia Choquette. She has a book called Uplifting Prayer. Being kind and loving. Holy Mother, Father God, divine loving light and heart of the universe, I humbly ask for the healing power of your grace to help me become a more loving person. I pray that my words are kind and loving to all with whom I speak. I pray that my actions are patient and loving to all with whom I interact. I pray that my thoughts are accepting and loving to all on whom I bestow them, including myself. I pray that I am surrounded by love and spread it wherever I go. I thank you in advance, with my whole heart and soul, for answering my prayer, and I confidently await these blessings this day. Amen, and with infinite gratitude. So breathe that in. We are human beings. We are spiritual beings, but we are human, and we're having human experiences. And so there is something in everyone's life here that can pull you a little off center. There's something in everyone's life here that can tweak you and instantly catapult you into judgment or fear. So I want you in this moment to just allow yourself to let something in your life right now that needs attending, that needs support, that may be taking you a little off center, even though you know the truth. And with your eyes still closed, when you're clear about what that thing is, just put your hand up and down so that I can see. So what I want you to know is that there is a mind-body connection. And so whatever just came to your awareness lives somewhere in your body. So what we want to do in this moment is we want to just scan the body from the top of the head all the way to the feet. Where is that energy living? Where is it the most tight? Where is it the most constricted? For some of you, it may be more than one place, but there's one place that has the most energy. When you connect to that place, would you just put your hand up and down so that I can see it? Now, what I want you to do is bring in radical acceptance for yourself. Where in your life are you out of integrity or acting in the same way as this person? Where is there a small lie or a betrayal? Where is there a withholding of truth? Where in your life is this person or experience mirroring something within you that needs to be transformed, that needs to be healed? And now gently ask, what is the message for me? What needs to shift, be transformed, or transcended within me, that I may be in a total state of presence and loving kindness? What is the message for me? And so inside, I want you to repeat after me. I forgive myself for judging, whoever this is. I forgive myself for judging. And the judgment I have placed upon them. And I forgive myself for judging myself. And the judgment I have placed upon me. I wish for that person everything I wish for myself. I wish peace, love, abundance for that person, the same that I wish for myself. Because today I choose to release blame. I choose to release shame. I choose to release unkind thoughts. I choose to release uncaring ways of being. I choose loving kindness. For myself and for others. I choose loving kindness for myself and for others. I choose loving kindness in my words. I choose loving kindness in my thoughts. And I choose loving kindness by giving what I wish to receive.
Hi, I'm David Alt, and I simply want to say thanks. Thanks for taking the time to watch our broadcast here at Spiritual Living Center of Atlanta. We have a vision, and that vision is to reawaken all to their spiritual magnificence. And one of the ways that we are able to do that is through this very medium of broadcasting. So if you got anything out of this, if you felt in any way inspired, or if something spoke to you directly, then I extend an invitation to you to become a part of our family by donating. And there are many ways in order for you to be able to do that. One is to simply go to our website at slca.com. And there you will find all different kinds of prompts that will help you support what it is that we are doing here in Atlanta. One way is to become a pledger. That means that you decide on a monthly basis that you are going to help us with this vision. Another way is to donate through our management system called Fellowship One, another through PayPal, and another even easier way is on your cell phone. You can do what's called text to tithe. and that number is 404-796-7030. Again, thank you so much for your support, and I invite you to come back weekly to see what it is that we're up to. Blessings.